Hey, we're back in the pod recording.
When was the last time?
I don't know. What the fuck is that? June? I don't know. But I got MRI since I've been in. MRI was so scary. Fucking hate MRIs.
You had to lay in there still for a half hour?
It felt like, I think it was quicker than a half hour, but I had them take me out. I started panicking, then I just started breathing and they gave me eye jammies or something. It was fucking, then I found out they make, you can do one of those. It's open MRI.
Where have those been all this time?
I'll send you a picture of it. It looks so sick. Like the sides are open, so it's like.
Is it like silicone glass or something?
It's no glasses. You can put your arms out. It's weird. I think they're more expensive though. Depends on what insurance you have.
I feel like this way about cell phones and all technology that there's so much available that they have and they dole it out to make it so that they can price it high to make it seem like it's this commodity.
Yeah.
Like Wi-Fi everywhere. Why is that taking forever? And why can't I have my Wi-Fi on? Why does the Wi-Fi have to be off when the plane takes off? Maybe if you kept the Wi-Fi on, the fuckers wouldn't flip and fall out of the sky so much.
Yo, what's going on at the planes right now? Oh my God. I don't fly to, my tour kicks off in Detroit in April. I don't fly till then, but there's been like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to put it onto the atmosphere. There's been so over 10, man.
Over 10?
Yeah. It's like 12 or 13. And the one the other day upside down in Toronto, everybody's getting $30,000 each.
What a
for their
chump
trauma.
change. Who's that lawyer?
I would never fly fucking again. Are you serious? I would never fly again.
I would never fly again. And my friend was saying, and I agree, they all should band together and get a lawyer. Get like one of those tough, like a divorce lawyer who's recently divorced, who's so riddled with like spite and anger, and go after, was it Delta?
Yeah.
Go after 30 grand. I'm sorry. After taxes, I'm left with like $6.
I know.
30 grand? Like
for PTSD for the rest of your life.
You could sell, as a woman, you could sell your eggs twice and make 30 grand.
Damn.
I'm just giving you a
You're breaking it down. That's crazy. How you been?
I'm breaking it down for you.
You've been traveling. We have a new president. There's so many things happened since you've been here.
So many things have happened. There's been fires.
Oh, the fires. I talked to you during the fires.
That's right. We were texting during the
Was
fires.
stressful, man.
It felt like COVID again.
I just hope people keep that same energy of the community and the unity and everything we had back a couple weeks ago. Like, hope people keep it going in Los Angeles. It was so beautiful. Nobody cared if your neighbor voted for who or if they're vaxxed or not. Nobody gave a fuck. It was just like neighbors. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you posted that, and I was like, he's right.
It's true.
You posted all of the people that were volunteering, the setups, the donation centers, and everything around LA, and you were like, this is LA.
It is.
This is what LA is. Because you love LA.
I do, and I went and served food to the Palisade community. We did a plant-based day with support and feed. Went out there and fed, and then we did a benefit show at Belasco. We raised $35,000. That's
amazing.
Well, I'm on a podcast.
We're recording. What do you want?
Oh, shit, sorry.
Oh, you locked your son out?
Here comes a car.
The son got locked out. He locked him out because he's just adorable. I'd lock him out too. Like, get out of here. Your son? Did you get the wrong? Jesus, put a shirt on.
No, it's my house.
Yo, remember last time his friend was here and they were both jacked in here?
Yeah, and you cut your hair.
And I got bigger.
Look.
He's been how much weight you gained muscle since you saw that? It's been a couple months.
Muscle, but I gained 20 pounds.
Wow.
What are you eating? Are you just eating regular food, or are you also doing like smoothies?
Max, dude. I'm so sorry, Jesse.
For the people at home.
Oh, God.
He just mimed the peace sign.
Peace sign.
Okay, Max, stop.
A lot of food, creatine,
I do creatine too.
You do?
I do it every morning. It's vital for women over 40.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get me going it too, man.
Creatine helps with your cognitive issues.
No, I didn't say that. I'm going to try it. Fuck off, man.
It's also supposedly does really like wonders for your muscle recovery. And I have to say, ever since I started doing it, and when I work out, I don't have as much pain afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't have like those 2 days of ache.
You do weights?
I do weights.
Yeah.
But
it's so good for us as we get older.
But
not saying you're old, but I'm really old.
As we go into the direction we're going, that's what I'm going to start calling aging. When someone's like, at our age, no, as we go in the direction we're going.
True.
Because the moment a baby's born, he or she's aging.
True. I don't care about age too much, do you? Do you stress about getting old, honestly?
Not at all. Let me take it back. I say not at all. I think about it and I consider it.
Yeah.
Because we all know scenarios where people are alone or people die alone and families end up becoming estranged and all of that. And
Okay, get
I'll
up.
miss you. I just took my jacket off because you're shirtless. So.
Yeah. Max, food's coming. Keep an eye on it. Go back in the yard, man. This kid's so...
He's in here. He's like drenched in sweat and shirtless.
He's trying to flex.
You should charge for this.
Any female that comes in this house, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
He said pussy.
I've never heard him talk like that to somebody like that. Max, you're a savage. You're such a savage.
I'm honored. He's adorable.
Get him off these. Get off the Riot apps, man.
You got to get off. Is he on the Riot app?
It's bad, dude.
I'm
I
not.
can't even talk about my son on this podcast, man.
No.
He's on one, man. That's his life, dude.
He does podcasting?
No, he's on dating all week long.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
It's a lot, though.
It's
I was
so
never
different.
like that as a kid.
We didn't have technology in our love life.
Yeah, but I was never like a player or like in the streets. You know what I mean, with women. You know.
You were never?
Nah, I've only been with 5 women my whole life.
Stop.
Mm-hmm. I've married 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't like meat.
What does that have to do?
I don't know. It just came to my brain. I said it. I knew it would get you in the gut.
But yeah, I was never like that. But that's his generation. They're all like on those apps. It's just like, he takes them on dates. He's a gentleman. He takes them out. He's a great human, but it's usually just show up and, hang out. It's weird.
It is. It's like a numbers game now. And
yeah.
the development of connection is what has been sacrificed. In the process of this technological dating world, the connections are more, there's more quantity than quality. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people struggle with dating, because I'm not somebody who likes to date multiple people. It's just not my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how girls like, you got to don't put all your eggs in one basket. Bitch, are you Anne of Green Gables? What basket? First of all, I don't have a basket.
You don't.
And eggs are way too expensive.
Yeah.
No one's.
They are expensive now. I had this girl, Jen Hayes, on. She's a retired adult industry person, actress. I don't know what to call it, but she's awesome. And she just turned her life around. She's a psychologist now. She went to school and stuff. And she did a TED Talk talking about there's no sex education for children anymore. It's just porn online. So that's all they know. All these kids know online everything. So there's this kind of this desensitized, kind of this weird thing when they actually get with a girl and there's the weird connection because they're used to having it's interesting. Nobody teaches them anything anymore. So they just learn from online stuff that's not real life. That shit ain't real life.
No, and you can't learn how to touch someone from watching it on a porno video. Mm-hmm. You really, I don't think it's a good teacher initially.
That's what I'm saying. There's no teachers
whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's all really dark. It's dark energy. It's dark vibration. It has little to do with connection and more to do with just pure stabbing. Everyone's being stabbed in porn. Just being pummeled.
Yeah. It's a crazy.
It's not, there's so many things I wish we could have thought about before the creation of, but maybe maybe this was inevitable from the moment man or woman was created or evolved. Yeah. Depending on what you believe in.
Yeah. I mean, just the whole, I feel like we're desensitized to so many things. Because of social media, because it's swiping out. Oh, somebody got killed. Somebody got hit by a car. These guys are robbing the mall, taking jewelry. The president's tweeting crazy shit towards another leader.
We're not meant to process all this.
And the fires too, that's kind of gone now. It's like, get back to that. We're not really talking about that anymore because that was a couple months ago. There's so many other things.
Right. There's
Gulf of America. There's
24-hour news cycle it's an hour news cycle now. There's no more 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
There can't be.
I know.
And people, I don't know if we ever did report the news to report the news, but it feels like we're reporting the news to get numbers. All these headlines and these news stations are having to battle and compete with online news outlets and they're doing whatever they can to stay relevant.
I know. I heard TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I heard it's crazy for news and educating things on there. I don't know. People really love that.
They do.
Are you on there?
I'm on. I don't post all the time, but you do as an entertainer, you kind of just do the thing.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I learned from TikTok was that when bread gets stale, you can add water to it and put it back in the oven and it'll bake fresh.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I tested this. So it only works with really organic sourdough fresh loaves. You know how those turn into a rock after 3 days?
Yeah.
That's how you know it was made with 2 ingredients. So
So you learned this. That's interesting. TikTok taught you that?
we should keep TikTok for that reason. For the rest of the reasons, I'm out.
I like how it got canceled for like 45 minutes or something. That was the craziest day when it was the band day.
I was so excited.
And then I know, I was kind of, I'm not even know. I was like, this is good.
I
If it
was so
happened
excited.
Instagram, I'd kind of be stoked if it happened Instagram too. I don't know. If it's shut down for like a week, people lose their minds, dude.
People would lose
We make
their
money
minds.
off it though, because we're promoting our lives on there. It's interesting.
It's hard. It's a
necessary evil.
catch-22.
I know.
Because I talk a lot, and I think you're on the same wavelength of speaking to living a life in the grass. I'm always like, put your toes in the grass. Grounding. But I'm posting this, so someone has to be on their phone to see it.
True.
So I'm taking someone away from the very thing that I am speaking about.
That's a great point.
So there's a little bit of an internal battle, but I also know I was put on this earth to entertain, to elicit joy,
Yeah.
to share what I've experienced and make other people feel less alone. So
Same.
we do, right. You do the same thing, the same energy.
Yeah.
So
But it's just not like we go on there and we post like your tour dates or my tour dates or my newest podcast guest. We're on there looking at other shit too. It's like we can't just say we use it for what we do, because it's more than that. You get caught up in looking at things. We're all addicted to it.
there's like 8 people I every day will respond to and send shit to. Like 8 people.
Damn.
And I look at every one of their fucking memes. My sister and I, you can't even, like the amount of data that's just in our IG chat thread.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking memes that only her and I understand.
Yeah.
What am I'm not going to.
And that's how you communicate with each other during the day.
Yeah, I know if I look at something, a meme, and I just picture her, I know she's going to die. I know she's going to die laughing, so I have to send it to her. But I try to be really mindful of all of that.
I think even if we don't think it's fucking with our mental, it's definitely fucking with our mental. I think social media, whether we think we have it all, like we have it dialed in and we know what we're doing and we don't let things bother us or comments, it's still fucking with us somehow, man.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's all desensitizing. And we aren't meant to see fires in Pasadena and the war in Ukraine and then the lady fighting at Target and then the kid who's, they found remains and then the dog that somebody adopted. We're not meant to know all of that. We're not meant to see so much. We're meant to read one newspaper and that's it.
Yeah.
Because
it's too late now though.
The reality is people are like, you have to know everything all the time and make sure everything is good all the time. What?
Mm-hmm. You don't.
Human nature is a train on a track and it's going where it's going. These inventions are here. Technology's here. All of this is here.
Yeah.
I say now, I go, hey, dig in and have fun, Bubbas, because this is what we got. No, it's going where it's going. Mm-hmm. People are too, it's everyone's so self-involved.
Yeah.
So it's like back to what you're saying about during the fires and just seeing the positive of it and seeing the community aspect.
Let's keep that energy going now. Still,
energy going. Why does something horrible have to happen for us to come together as a community?
I feel like people forgot about it already. They're all on to the next thing. Like, did you have to get evacuated? No, I remember you tripping out a little bit.
I tripped out and I left for a couple days
because it went over to like the Santa Monica area or something too, right? That's I could see smoke from my backyard in Santa Monica for sure.
I had ash in my backyard in Venice, and there was smoke, thick smoke, because once the fires were at their height, all that went out to the ocean. The smoke and the Pacific winds brought it right back into Venice. So all of that smoke took a U-turn and came back our way for like a day or two. And I had migraines. I think I told you that. I was like, I'm struggling for like a few days.
Are you pretty sensitive too?
To everything.
Yeah.
To lights, to sound.
You hypochondriac or no?
No, not necessarily. Are you?
Sometimes. I used to be really bad. And now my son is, and it's all my fault. It sucks.
It is all your fault.
He had a headache for a couple of days. Did you have a brain tumor? I'm like, dude, chill. It's just a fucking headache the other day. Then he thought he had like some really crazy STD thing. And we went to 3 doctors and it was nothing. It was a stupid rash on his leg or something, dude.
He thought he had an STD on his legs? He really does need to get off of porn. If your son has like a shin syphilis, we really got to...
I don't know 100% I can say it on this podcast, but he's not even on that life. He's in real life. He's in the streets.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not on there. He's with real women dating. He's not watching that shit. No, he's outside his whole life, surfing, skating, dating.
Yeah, he is. You've raised an old school son.
I know, especially in Los Angeles, man. It's crazy.
And he's like...
We're very lucky, man.
He's like a modern Renaissance man. Because he's into all this other stuff.
Yeah.
He's like athletic, but he's also doing the acting thing.
Yeah, improv, all that stuff.
Improv,
Yeah.
so he's got a lot going on for himself. And basically what I'm saying is in 10 years, I'll see you at the family reunion.
Yeah.
Okay?
You'll be there?
I'll be his wife.
On the crazy
I
people
will be
in
his
DMs.
bride.
Oh, man, he tells me.
Oh, my gosh.
Just the different ages of people DMing him at his job. DMing him at his job. And then and now his boss is, they go to his boss is gay, so they go to the gay clubs they go to the Abbey, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
He goes with them in the weekends and hangs out.
Oh my gosh.
Dudes are kicking it to him all night.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably a hit at the gay club. Are you kidding me?
And he told us a couple months ago, I think I want to start dancing at those clubs. We're like, what? He's like, they told me I can make like $50,000 a month. I'm like,
15?
50 or something.
That's how they get strippers. That's how they.
But he can't even dance. He has no rhythm. It doesn't matter how handsome
Do you think
you
it
are.
matters if your son has rhythm? Have you been to a gay club?
No, I haven't.
They don't care. They just want to look at you. Him in a little Speedo?
Yeah.
He's going to literally be devoured by queens in WeHo.
The dude's already grabbing his ass over there when he goes there and stuff. It's crazy.
I'm not
He
surprised.
brought my wife a couple of weeks ago. They went together to this thing.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was cool. There was some ladies trying to kick into my wife, I guess, too, there.
I mean, we all need to know we still got it.
Yeah.
Your son's got it with the
that's
boys.
true,
Your wife's
that's
got
true.
it with the girls. Everyone, you just got to be like, ooh, I'm desired. Okay. And then you go home. You're like, I'm good.
You don't go to clubs or anything, right? You don't go
I
out?
don't. I am I say
You're
I'm
a homebody.
I'm a bore. I enjoy a
your dogs?
quiet life. Yeah. I like walking, reading, doing crosswords in my downtime because what I do is so heightened.
I know.
I need the antithetical life in order to keep it all balanced.
So you've been traveling a lot, too. You were like in the East Coast for Christmas time. That was so pretty out there, though.
Yeah, it's really pretty
You
out
love
there.
it. You love the winter and Christmas?
I love winter. I love Christmas. I love like festive, walking into like a bar with candles and decorations.
Yeah, you're going to a bunch of spots and posting like different Christmas stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite times of year. And it's the first time after losing both my parents where I feel like I can enjoy it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because before it held, not that it doesn't hold the grief and those nostalgic memories, but now I feel like I've gotten to a different depth of grief or another side of it where I am enjoying it in a new way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Kind of celebrating the times back there, or I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm finding...
You love going back there?
I love it. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't live there again. You don't miss it though.
I'm the type of person where whether it's a relationship, a house, a friendship, anything like that, I have a hard time going back. I'm a forward momentum person.
I love that.
And maybe
You're
there's
living
a
in the
flaw.
now.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I live in the now, and some friendships will come back around, but I don't dwell in that. I don't try to think about
Live in the past.
Yeah, I like to just get on the forward momentum of it all.
Yeah, and you love it out here. You can see yourself living here for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I do. I don't know about the rest of my life, but at least part
Love
of the
could take
year.
you somewhere else, though.
Love could take me somewhere else.
You know
like
what I mean?
Cabin in Alaska.
That's what I'm saying.
Where I'm chopping wood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, somehow I've learned how to speak elk.
That'd be sick. I can see.
They're like, have you heard an elk before?
Yeah. They're pretty crazy.
I'm sorry, I just scared you. I think
That's
your dog
okay.
just shit herself.
She did? No,
She's just
okay.
pulling. Come here.
But even with the fires and the earthquakes, I'll never leave. I love California, man. Fuck, it's so
Cali's
sick.
cool. People like to talk trash about
So much
Cali.
shit. I love the memes I saw during that time about LA. How LA's all like fake and nobody looks out for each other. Everybody's out for self, and it's all these people like doing donations and stuff. Like
I went to a donation center. I had a box of stuff I was going to sell before these fires.
Mm-hmm.
And
we just sell at Buffalo Exchange or something.
Crossroads. They send you a bag, and I made like $300 sending a bag to them.
Really, you send it to them, and then
Send to them. They
have to go
sort
there
through it.
What?
They tell you what they're going to give you, and you can what they don't keep, you can choose to have them donate.
So you ship it to them.
You ship it to them. It's a great.
Because usually you wait in line, you watch them go through all your shit. That's
Right,
and
that's you're like, oh yeah, they judge your
shitting
old
on your stuff.
clothes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, those
Lowballing
jeans
you.
weren't great. I got them at Marshall's. Okay, quit making fun of me.
She made $300, so you don't need this stuff too.
So I had this whole box, and I was going to do that again. And I thought, because there's some new shit in there. And people lost everything. I'm gonna make $300. Who cares?
Who cares?
And I brought it to the donation center, and it was packed.
They had so many things.
So many things, and
They couldn't take anymore, supposedly.
no, they couldn't. And I really think a lot of, and I could be wrong because I'm naive to a lot. I think a lot of the issues we have in our world are like logistical, or at the mercy of logistical error. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that could be solved if people who were in the deciding zone of it all could get their shit together.
I agree.
Because you see these disasters happen. Just here, perfect example was LA and the fires.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mother Nature's a bitch and it's hard to get your feet under her. And at the end of the day, we have no real defense against Mother Nature.
True.
But there are steps that could have been taken.
Yeah.
So where did that...
Be prepared and stuff.
Being prepared.
Yeah. And there was some arson too.
There was some arson.
Some weird suspect shit going on.
Yeah. So it's like...
See the video by you that Huberman posted a video? It was his voice. It didn't say it was him, but he sent it to me the day before it went viral. But he was on Venice towards Santa Monica and dudes are lighting palm trees on fire. And he's like, he's talking about it. Then he called the fire department. And then somehow it went viral the next day on every news channel.
Did it stay up or did it get deleted?
It stayed up. It was everywhere. Yeah. But it's his voice. They knew his voice.
People were lighting palm trees?
Yeah, over in Pico by Santa Monica.
So,
and this Runyon one was suspect.
Do you think that's just homeless people going crazy, or are you like conspiratorial about it?
No, I go to Runyon all the time. There's homeless people live in Runyon. That fire came out of nowhere. There's no like debris flying from fucking Palisades to 3 miles from here.
It's not a fucking Delta flight.
No, so all of a sudden it just went up, poof, and then the whole thing got on fire. So I think some homeless person did that for sure. No conspiracy. I think it's just, they caught one too. They got with the blowtorch.
That's right. Walking around the neighborhood.
They let him go like 2 days later.
See, we say we love California, and California's great, but we cannot deny the trials and tribulations that come along with a very liberal state.
Facts.
Very, very liberal. And the catch and release thing of it all is absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And
I think the defund the police thing kind of backfired on everybody.
The defund the police thing definitely backfired on everybody because that's just, what are you talking about?
You see the people running through the mall. It's just all these things and nobody gets in trouble.
Look, no one gets, some people get a handout in life, but people who haven't gotten handouts in life fucking make it.
Yeah.
And people who are non-white people who get handouts in life make it. Mm-hmm. So there is something to victimhood and being a victim and waving that flag way high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're like, defund the police, and then you go and trash a store.
Yeah.
Those things are polar opposites.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing is...
I thought the whole concept was that we don't need that. We'll take care of our own stuff ourselves. We don't need the help.
Right. So you guys are going to take care of each other?
Yeah.
Are we? Is that really going to happen?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
No. California's fucked for a lot of shit, man.
Fucked for a lot, man. For mainly Gavin Newsom's hairdo.
It's
during the
crazy.
entire
People
fires.
forget that Gavin Newsom's a dude during the pandemic, eating with all of his friends with no masks on. We're all locked in the house, and there's that video of him eating with all his boys at that fucking
steak restaurant.
Yeah, like the fucking. People forget about this. The same dude. He didn't give a fuck.
That's right.
Nobody gives a fuck. The presidents don't give a fuck. People think all these politicians give a fuck about us. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. They're on a TV show. Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
And the crazy...
We're in their merch and shit. Come on, bro.
With the merch. I know. People
sad,
don't realize, there's a lot of... People have different opinions about unions in America.
Yeah.
And how unions run. And my mom was a union woman, so she was pro-union.
Yeah.
But there is power in people coming together. Mm-hmm. And I always say, I wish American people would be more unified in understanding the power of our dollar and where we spend our money. Because we spend money so in a desensitized way.
Yeah.
We're not even considering, where's this money really going? Who am I supporting? Mm-hmm. And we have all the power.
Yeah.
If we just stopped spending money, if we all collectively all right, we're not going to spend on Amazon for a week.
Yeah.
That would send a message.
I see they're trying to do some stuff like that coming up, right? Different protests.
Yeah, I'm totally going to continue buying stuff on Amazon, but everyone else should really stop because I need my Chinese sweaters.
You love Amazon?
I fucking love it.
It is crazy how fast it comes.
I mean, I ordered a cow. I got a cow yesterday. Haven't even ordered it yet.
What do you mean a cow? What do you mean?
I just can get a cow off of Amazon.
You can get all kinds of things there, but you can return them to Whole Foods or something. There's all these drop ups everywhere. If you like it.
You buy pants that came from China and you drop them off at Whole Foods.
Yeah. Do you talk about political things live, or you try to stay away from that? Actually, I saw you live. I don't think you did political stuff really.
I don't get
too about personal
political
things, your family and stuff.
Yeah, it's more personal. There might be some politically charged statements I make, but nothing it's not my full vibe. Mm-hmm. I love that you have the notepad out because I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if he's going to remember his notes from last
do have
time
my notes, 'cause
that we never got to.
We didn't get to. We got to everything except leading up to, when we get to the notes, let's fucking go. Up to Girl Code.
Girl Code. I just interviewed the director of Girl Code on my podcast today.
Really?
Yeah, Laura Murphy.
Nice. Where's she from?
She's from Rhinebeck, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and she directed a movie that I have a small role in that comes out March 7th.
Oh, shit. What's it called?
F, Marry, Kill.
Nice.
It's like F, like we can't.
No, we know.
Can't swear.
You can say on the show you can. But whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. Okay, that's what it's called.
It's promoted as F, Marry, Kill with Lucy Hale, and I play a podcast host.
Sick.
So it was a stretch.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, Girl Code was a lot of fun.
How long did that last for? How many years?
I was on 2 seasons. And
it was on MTV, right?
Yeah, I was on MTV. Changed my life overnight.
I was going to say that.
We saw
What, does people recognize you and stuff like that, or just work-wise?
both. Like,
Yeah.
I was still bartending. And when the show aired, I was out with Carly Aquilino, the showrunner, and I think actually Laura was out with us as well, and a couple other people. In the show, we went to like a premiere party for our show. It aired. And after the show ended, because this is before Instagram,
Yeah.
just
for sure.
Instagram had just come out, so
Yeah.
people were just posting pictures of their cheeseburgers. Like nobody knew what we were doing. I saw I watched Twitter. My Twitter numbers go up,
Holy
thousands
shit.
and thousands and thousands
Damn.
and thousands. I got to see that. So overnight,
Wow.
we got like literally overnight. We all went viral. It was crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but it just showed you like that show struck a nerve for girls. There hadn't been a show like that yet.
And so after that, you just continue to do comedy when all even blowing up from that show, or you just trying?
Yeah, I was still
auditioning for other
bartending.
things really?
I was still bartending.
Damn.
And I was filming Girl Code. And like the 3rd week into filming Girl Code, I remember being at the bar, Puffy's Tavern down in Tribeca,
I remember
New York.
that. Yeah.
Because don't you know Charlie?
Charlie.
Garriga? What are we talking about? You know Chuckles? I call him Chuckles.
That's Charlie
You know
Spot.
Chucky G?
He used to work there. Charlie Spot. Yeah.
That's where I bartended.
The Moose, they call him too.
Moose.
Shout out to Charlie.
It's one of my best
I know.
friends. I've
That's
known
awesome.
him forever. He's like one of the greatest guys I know.
You work in his spot, yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was so good to me because during my era in New York, I was bartending, but I was also doing stand-up and going out on auditions, and the bar was open night and day. He would cover my shifts almost every single time I had work.
That's awesome.
He would bitch about it sometimes, because
Yeah.
it'd be last minute shit that I get. You know how the industry is.
Totally.
But he would cover my ass every single
That's sweet.
time. So a lot of like what I've achieved today is because of him doing that for me.
Damn.
But I remember bartending there a couple weeks after Girl Code came out, and I was serving a drink to this girl, and she goes, "Aren't you from Girl Code?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my gosh," she got a photo with me, and we chatted for a little bit, and I looked over at Charlie, who was bartending at the end of the bar, and he's just like, "It's time for you to go."
Damn.
He's like, we just looked at each other, and we just knew like our bar era, because we'd worked together for like, close to a decade.
Wow.
And it's like, that was like my family. Like that was like a brother, like a good guy, which is vital for a girl.
For sure.
Especially being young in New York and coming into your own. You just need to know that guys can be good.
How'd you link with him out there? Just apply for the job there? You met him to the job or no?
How did I get in
How'd you
with
meet
him?
Charlie?
I used to work. I moved to New York from Boston.
Yeah.
And I moved with H&M. I worked at H&M. I was just a retail chick
Crazy, dude.
doing stand-up on the side. And
It's a good job.
it's a great job. They used to pay well, really good healthcare, really good benefits. They hired quirky ass people. Everyone was an artist. Like they had a really
cool.
great system. And some of those people are still my close friends. And they would do store openings. And if you worked with a company and you wanted to move, they'd just have you go and open the store and work in that whatever city you wanted.
That's awesome.
So I wanted to move to New York, and I moved to New York, and where the H&M store was, I had to pass by this bar to get to my train every day. And I was working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this bar is cute. And so just one day on one of my walks home, I went into the bar, and there was this guy working there. And I said, "You guys hiring?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay," I left. I did that for 2 weeks straight. Same guy. Damn. I kept asking him. By the second week, he goes, "I'm not going to give you a job. Why are you still coming in here?" I was like, "All right." And then by like the end of the second week, I annoyed him into hiring me. I just annoyed him into it.
Wow.
Because I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's where I ended up meeting Charlie, because the guys who owned that bar owned a couple others, and him and I are, Virgo energy.
Yeah.
straight edge to a degree.
Yeah.
You know, not hardcore drugs, but we like to have fun.
Yeah.
We just vibed and connected. And yeah, he was really responsible for my success today because of how much he supported me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were you familiar with like punk rock and all that stuff before that?
Because of him.
Wow. He opened your world to
He
that.
opened my world to punk rock.
Did you go to some shows in New York too?
I went to see him with
Civ?
Gorilla Biscuits.
Gorilla Biscuits.
Or maybe it was Civ at what's that great fucking rock venue where everybody mosh pits, small one. Is there like 20 of them? What starts with a W? Something Hall?
Webster Hall.
Can you imagine seeing them there?
That's 11th Street or something.
It's a great spot. They've got like the balconies around the edge. And I was like, I can't be near the moshing pit thing.
What year was that?
This was like 2009. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it might have been like a B&B bowl or some sort of like.
I think it was a multi-headliner thing. Like there was a couple other bands there.
Was it like your first punk show?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a great one.
I was like, why is everybody so mad at each other?
I know, everybody's so serious. People diving and stuff, right?
It was.
Were you watching from the balcony?
Yeah,
That's
felt like gladiator sports. Why do you guys do that? What is that?
It's just, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's like organized anger.
Yeah.
And
but it's respectful in a weird way too.
It's respect. Like they punch each other, but they like know it's like respectful.
But they do it because they love the music and the energy. It's really interesting. As like a civilian seeing the first punk show, they're like, this is crazy.
It's such a cult.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way. You know, I mean, religion's a cult.
Yeah.
Any group of people hanging out together is a cult. The Kardashians are a cult.
Yeah. It's respectful violence, I guess.
It's very bizarre. So I was always intrigued by it. And then one year he gave me a bike that was like one of the Beastie Boys bikes, and I still have it.
What? What, they owned it?
Yeah, it was like a really cool old like street rider. You know, like those really cool like BMX style bikes.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because it still has this insignia, like emblem from Brooklyn. Like there's like a triangle.
That's cool.
In the front, and it says like Brooklyn Bikes or something like that. And it's got white tires, banana seat.
Were you riding through the city or no?
Every time I've been on it, I didn't ride it through the city because I thought it would get stolen.
Yeah.
Every time I've been on it in Los Angeles, because I take care of it and I grease it up and I fix the chrome and I just keep it nice. Every time people have offered me over $400 for it.
Really?
Which I know it's not a lot, but
still,
the bike is special
so
without even
they know
knowing.
what it is. Yeah.
They don't even know who owned it before, but
oh, so it was owned by Beastie.
It was owned
Boys.
by one of the Beastie Boys. I forget which one.
Ad Rock.
Maybe Ad Rock.
Mike D.
No, it was Mike D. I think it was Mike D. I'll have to. Chucky would know.
That's so random, Chucky.
I know.
Chucky.
You know, he made me pay $50 for it.
Really?
Yeah, fucker. Should give it me for free.
I gave it to you. And then you did the tattoo redo show. Which I think there should be a fucking tattoo laser show, man, at this point. But
there should be. You know, I've been getting some lasering done. You know, Dustin.
Come on, remove yourself. Remove your Buffalo. Let's go.
Yeah, but he makes really great content. And I think it's really interesting to see these ex-skinhead guys start to get their swastikas removed.
Well, anybody from prison.
Anybody from
get
prison.
That to be part of something in there.
Right. And there's a really interesting story behind that. So I really like what Dustin does. And he's been so good to me because there's, you know, so much pain in getting these tattoos removed. And he's just been so generous. He's a good guy. Another good guy.
He's a good guy, New Yorker, man.
New Yorker, man.
Are you getting more
Buffalo.
Are you getting more tattoos?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to get more? You want to get lasered too?
I'm getting some lasered. I'm going to end up outlining a couple that I got lasered that I just decided not to continue getting lasered, but I'm getting a back piece completely removed.
Damn.
Yeah, you know,
no hurts back there.
I was gonna say no regrets.
No regrets.
Did you say regrets back then?
Regrets. I've seen tattoos like that too.
You should. That's what the episode should be called. No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, I've got
like
some lasering.
Is it like a thing?
Yeah, it's like a.
Is it tribal above your butt? No way.
No, not tribal. Okay. Thank God. At least I wasn't that cliche. Cliche enough.
But it hurts getting lasered in the back.
It's absolutely, for me, horrific.
I just saw that Pete Davidson gets put unconscious. He spent $200,000. They put him to sleep.
That seems really irresponsible.
Well, people getting tattooed like that too now. The guy just died getting tattooed, being put under.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're getting tattoos, like for whole back pieces while they're asleep.
I think
it's kind of cheating to me. I think
it's cheating because for me, all the tattoos I've gotten, I've had great conversations with the artists, great relationships with the artists. Civ.
Yeah.
Civ.
Yeah, he did your back. Sorry, Sid.
Sorry, Civ has nothing to do with
Because
you.
you start telling the story, have a conversation, get to know the person. Yeah.
I sat with Civ for hours on a couple different.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did this. I'm keeping this one, my key, which is one of my favorite tattoos. He did my back piece.
What's on the back? What is it?
It's flowers from my mother's garden. I could have just grown them. I'm just going to get a garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking grow the flowers.
It's your real life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have a flower bed.
Have you started getting lasered?
If I started?
Yeah.
Yeah. The back, I'm a year and a half in.
Damn.
It takes time.
A lot of sessions.
I'll tell everybody, if you're going to get a tattoo, don't do green.
Yeah, the colors are hardest to get out.
Green is the most difficult pigment to remove with the lasering. Black, pretty easy.
How about red? Red's pretty rough. I heard.
Red's rough.
Yeah, and it's a process. People expect you're going to get laser in like 1 second, it's gone. When you first get it done, it looks really amazing, but then it
comes back a little.
So it takes a while. It's a process, man.
It is, and it's a big reflective time.
Yeah.
Because the one I got removed was a shooting star that I got when I was driving cross country. I was actually driving cross country to.
That's gone. That's amazing.
It's gone. Yeah, right here.
And you got good skin though.
I have pretty decent,
really good,
pretty
skin,
good healing.
Yeah. Good tattoo skin.
He drew it and he went too deep and there's a little scarring there. And I had gotten him stoned before he started tattooing me. What was I thinking?
Wow,
Oh my
man.
God, this guy knows what he's doing. He can tattoo stone. I remember him drawing a star with 4 points.
Oh my!
I don't even know
God,
how
dude.
you do that.
What?
I go, hun, we're missing a extra point. He's like, oh.
You never went back to him, did you?
No, I just passed on through. That's
So-
what you get. So another tip for me, another tattoo tip with Jessimae. Don't get your tattoo artist stoned.
Don't do that, man. That's crazy. Doesn't matter how good you are,
No. Can you imagine?
dude. I've always got all my tattoos sober too. You ever are you stoned when you get tattooed yourself? No, fuck that.
No.
So what was the redo show? Just people redoing their tattoos? They're not
Yeah.
getting laser. They're just going over them. What are they doing? So it's cover-ups.
They're getting cover-ups.
Yeah.
So
And you hosted the show.
I hosted it. There was Rose Hardy.
Did you audition for that show?
No. Kevin.
Oh, Hardy.
Yeah, you know Hardy?
Rose Hardy?
Yeah. She's a tattoo artist. She's
but isn't her dad
amazing.
the famous Hardy? Is it Hardy?
I don't think so. No, she's from New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Auckland.
Okay.
She did this.
That thing's
She did my owl.
really clean.
She drew that.
It's so clean.
It's so clean and so detailed. I get so many compliments on it.
So you just auditioned, got the show, and then
Kevin just knew who I was and just wanted me for the show. You know, do you know Kevin Bartel?
sounds familiar.
He's great. He's another he's Kansas City, I think, but he's got New York energy. He's a cool dude, sneakerhead.
Okay.
And Chris Nunez.
I know Chris Nunez. Yeah.
Twig Sparks.
Okay.
Tommy Montoya.
Legend.
Portraits.
All the portraits.
Yeah.
Oh, he's incredible.
His
man.
portraits are
And he's covered in portraits, right?
Covered.
Yeah. He's a G. Yeah.
He's a G. And then there was who else? Miriam Lupini. Do you know Miriam? She's an amazing artist too. And then I'm probably missing some people, but it was so much fun. It was great. But the hard part about that was like my first Netflix show, and it was COVID.
Oh shit!
And it was my birthday week, so it was a lot of stuff going on. And we started, we had pre-production, but when we got to the studios, it was just the day before my birthday, and then we are starting to shoot and everything. And then the next day, second day of shooting, my sister texted me. That's when my mom went into ICU.
Oh wow, man!
So I started to lose my mom during that shoot.
That's crazy.
And it just felt weird, to have this pivotal moment in your career.
Yeah.
A first big moment, and it's partnered with huge loss.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So I'll never forget that moment in time, because there was so many times where people on set were so great and kind to me and extended, Rose and I became really close, just extended their heart. Yeah. Everybody. Kevin was so amazing to me during that time.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's powerful.
Yeah, Tommy Montoya, he gave me a gift card to Habit Burger.
What? Well, a nice card or something.
Kevin and I laugh about that today.
That's nice, though.
He's remember when Tommy gave you a cheeseburger?
What is
a card to get a cheeseburger.
What is Habit? What is that? It's a spot.
A gift card. Habit Burger. It was near where we were filming. He's I'm so sorry about your mom. Go get a cheeseburger.
Oh my God, man. He's a sweet sweetheart, though.
So sweet.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he did MTV and then Netflix. Wow.
Yeah.
And then what's the gap between that and Surviving Paradise? When that came
That
out?
was a year gap. I did
that's not
Surviving
bad,
Paradise in 2021. Yeah, we were in Greece for 2 months.
I watched some of the stuff for that too. It's like a Villa Height. That's like a luxury spot kind of spot.
Yeah, and
you start like low and you kind of
Yep, you have to like
in the forest or something.
Yep.
Damn.
And we looked up the crew and I looked up this massive home that we were renting for the show. We looked up what it cost to book it like a week, and it was like something like $100,000 a week.
Jesus, man.
To rent it, because this is like the house sits on a bluff that overlooks the Ionian Sea, and you can see the curvature of the earth.
That's freaking crazy. I wonder how we found that spot or picked that spot.
Imagine going on scouting for that.
How long are you out there for?
Almost 2 months.
Holy shit.
It was
fun.
It was life-changing.
Damn.
It was life-changing. It was like...
The beaches are sick too?
You know, we were in... Where I stayed, it was more rural. It was,
okay.
You know, so it's like modest beaches, but the countryside is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the only drivable island of all the Greek islands.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So you can get there from Athens. Actually, that's the way you go. You fly into Athens and it's like a 7-hour drive.
Jesus, dude.
So I landed in Athens at like noon and then had to get in a car with a Greek guy.
Hours. Wow.
Just a Greek guy and I
Some
for
random person
7 hours.
yeah.
And he was so sweet, and I can speak a little Greek, just a little, not a lot. And so right before, we get into the first town that leads us to where we were staying in Lefkada. And he's like, "Do you want to stop and get some souvlaki?" I was like, "Fuck you." He's like, "I got a guy." I'm like, "We're going to your guy."
Damn.
So we stop in like this little port in Greece. And just, right when we got out of the mainland and hit the island, he was like, "I got a guy who's got a cart here," and had the great, just him and I.
That's just you too?
Yeah, it's him and I. He's got a big old Greek belly, smoking a cigarette,
Wow.
eating souvlaki.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was
dude.
like, just a beautiful moment.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that show was a fun show.
It was a lot of fun. It was, I got to bring one of my best friends and
Oh, that's cool.
makeup artist, Nia Joy. She's so talented. She's amazing at what she does. She makes me look glamorous, and she did my hair, makeup, and wardrobe, but I got to have her with me.
That's awesome.
So that was extra special.
I just watched that show, Naked and Afraid of Love.
Is that new?
Oh my God.
I need to watch this.
They're just buck naked and they're trying to hook up. The whole thing is like meet each other naked and like find a partner.
Bone in the Woods?
I guess. I don't know. And it's like this something is like they're kissing every day. They don't show themselves brushing their teeth. I know there's a fucking porta john out there. I know there's food. I know there's catering. They're not starving. They're not acting like they're hungry. They're like searching for food, but they're like,
they can't not eat.
and they're totally naked and people hooking up. It's like, yo, they're showering somewhere, dude.
You can't keep all that in your chi-chi.
No, man.
No, you can't keep all that funk on your chi-chi.
No. But they're bathing in the water. That's not really cleaning it because that's salt, right? So that's not really doing much.
Well, I mean, it must have done something. I gotta tell you, there's some soaps that cause some damage to your chi-chi pH.
Okay.
Women aren't necessarily meant to be putting soap in their chi-chi.
Okay.
You just kind of
Just on the outskirts.
yeah, you just on the surrounding areas.
So you think those shows, you think there's definitely bathrooms and food and they're brushing their teeth and they're peeing, they go in the bathroom in the porta john. They're not shitting in the woods around the camp.
Well, the people on our show were peeing in the woods. We didn't.
Okay.
When they went out to the woods, they peed. There were like little holes they got to go in.
Okay.
So I wonder though. Like how much is the production sticking to?
Like how bad is their breath and their BO and they're fucking hanging out trying to hook up with each other? It was kind of hard to watch them. Like they look clean, they look perfect. Like
did they? They didn't even look dirty?
No. And they're not every day. They're not like I'm starving. They're like just kind of hanging. They're having dates and eating coconuts and fucking I don't know. It was weird. One girl was vegan. She was fucking dying.
Yo, how are you going to be vegan? And
I could never do that shit. I'd fucking die, bro.
Well, I mean, if you're a vegan, shouldn't you be able to find
and
treats in the woods for yourself? There's like sticks and stuff.
Yeah, sticks, great.
There's bugs and sticks. How vegans would be fat?
Well, there's coconuts and there's like weird berries might kill you. There was monkeys in the show. That was kind of cool. But it just seems so fake. I don't know. We watched the whole thing because we kind of got addicted to it, but it was really strange. I'm like, these guys are fucking kissing and fucking having sex and they're fucking...
Ew! On like an anthill?
No, laying like on like their own these beds they made.
That's
and
nasty.
There's spiders everywhere.
No, I'm already out.
Fuck that.
I'm drier than the desert. I'm in panic mode. My vagina's gonna grow its skin to close the hole.
But did they get money for that show? Oh, your show, people win money?
Yeah, so it was kind of crazy because the winner at the end could have won $300,000.
It's not bad.
She decided to split it with another contestant she met on the show.
Wow, dude.
She had a good heart.
That's nice.
But I mean, girl, keep your money. This girl doesn't care about you.
Were they together or no?
No. It was just, they met on the show.
Wow, just friends.
She just was a good person, the girl who won. She just was like, I want her to, I want to share. I was like, you're better than me because I would have take that money and been like, see ya.
Yeah.
I'm outie 5,000.
I try to make friends on there.
No, I'm trying to pay off my debt.
And you have a sharp tongue podcast.
Yes, that will be evolving into Dying Laughing with Jessimae, where I talk about all types of grief. But it's going to be the same. So if you go looking for Sharp Tongue, it'll become Dying Laughing.
I like that name. That's pretty smart, actually.
Well,
it's clever.
I think we'd all go through all these horrible things, and I want to make light of all of it.
Are you scared of dying?
I don't know.
Do you think about it?
I think about losing people more than me.
Yeah.
I think about losing people in my life.
As I get older, I think about death because I'm turning 55 this year. My son's 22, and I'm like, how many more years do I have? Like, it's kind of morbid and fucked, but it's just interesting. Life seems like it's flying by as you get older. I don't know.
It does seem like it's moving faster, but I think it's normal. There's this Alan Watts video that I love where he talks about familiarizing yourself with death. He talks about, familiarizing yourself with skulls and bones and with death and with, things of that nature to almost alchemize yourself a little bit. I don't know if that's a word. I feel like I might have made it up.
Okay.
But
look it up.
Acclimate yourself. To the idea of death and dying.
Yeah.
And I thought of alchemize because I was thinking of like alchemy and like the process of two things coming together, like your living soul coming to terms with your dying soul, and understanding what that is. And so there's some sort of alchemy within that union, I think, and just you can't really normalize death, I don't think, too much, but I think thinking about it is super healthy. So I've always thought about it. Even as a kid, I would always think about, what am I going to do when my parents die? And I was always so sad. Like I had moments where I would be so sad thinking about losing them.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, I think that made me cognizant of it at a young age.
Yeah.
And so I was always trying to suck the life out of them as I had them.
I think after my dad died when I was 3, I think my whole life I've been scared of dying, scared of hospitals, and I always worried about my mom, how she's going to be doing.
When was your dad in a hospital? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember him coming home and coming on the couch and laying next to me and telling my aunt that he had some weird chest pains that day, and then he went to the hospital and never came back.
Oh my gosh. So he had a heart attack?
He was 33.
33?
Yeah, he had a rare heart condition. So I have 2 older brothers, and every time it was their turn to turn 33, they got nervous. We've got our hearts checked out a million times. Our hearts are fine. It was something rare my dad had, but I think because I've always been scared of death and scared of dying, and then my mom was super like forcing on church. We were like Irish Catholics going to church, all that shit, forcing God on us, and
that's a lot.
I know that shit.
So you had the polarities.
And in Boston too, going to church. We were going to church and we were
Jesus.
Yeah, we're Irish kids going to school in Massachusetts. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're like, park the car in the heavens yard.
It was just scary because all that priest shit too out there,
Oh yeah. I mean, they love church in Boston. They love it.
Do you believe in afterlife?
I believe in something out there.
But do you believe in God?
I believe in a form of God.
Yeah.
I believe in a energetic God. I believe in something, as they call it, like the oneness, the collective I that we all sort of are a part of.
Yeah.
And if that's God, maybe that's God. I just don't know what it is.
I know.
I like to keep myself curious about it all. I think the moment you kind of plant your flag in any sort of land or ground or ideology, and this isn't anything towards you, it's just for myself, it gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
I think the secret of life lies in your flexibility and being flexible with your ideas, with your beliefs, maybe not so much your morals and your constitutions, because those are more woven into the fabric of who you actually are.
Yeah. But
I think being flexible in your worldly ideologies, your opinions of people, your opinions of cultures, your opinions of where we came from, where we're going. I think that for me, keeping myself open to the possibilities of all of it makes it so I'm more sane. I have a hard time just planting a flag in one thing.
No, I respect that. I hear that. I'm always feel like I'm learning or just hearing about new things and about not just religion or God, but just like, I don't know, Mother Nature, just the whole COVID lockdown thing and the whole, how the world started healing itself when we were on lockdown and all the animals are coming out and flourishing in the waters.
Oh my God.
And oceans and all that. Like we were being put on a timeout by something so powerful that we had no control over it. That was a crazy thinking about that. Not that it was like God, but it was like somebody was putting us on a timeout. I don't know.
I never thought about it like that.
You know?
Yeah, we were kind of on a timeout.
The animals came out, they were flourishing, going through different cities and coming out and fucking, they was so happy nobody was killing them or hitting them in their cars and the pollution went away and the oceans were cleaner. That was crazy, dude.
And now Norwegians have plastics in their semen.
What? There's semen? It's just Norwegians, it's not us? We got plastics in our semen too, for sure. Everybody's on plastic over here. That's not real, girl, is it?
There's a study that came out that said who's doing that study, first of all? Girls are volunteering.
That's your job?
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll help.
I'll check it.
I'll check it. I have a scoop. Do you need a scoop? How are we catching this?
Do you watch a lot of news? You read a lot of shit?
I do, and I have to stop.
I feel like you fucking might be on it too much.
You're probably right. Why? Because I'm always like, the world, everything's burning.
Well, yeah, you get stressed a lot, no? You get anxiety?
Well, I think watching the news allows me to funnel my anxiety into whatever the news story is, so I have a place to put it.
Yeah.
I don't have too much anxiety, but the world kind of causes me stress.
Do you sleep good at night?
Past couple nights, not so great.
Oh, I got an Oura ring. It's fucking crazy. You heard about these things?
So what does that do?
Yo, your sleep, your heart rate, your stress, your steps, it's fucking...
Does it work?
It's insane.
So what's
Dustin got it for me for Christmas.
Dustin!
And now my friend Josh all my friends were sending our stats, how many hours you sleep tonight, your BPM heart rate. Like this year was stressed for these 40 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's when I was training.
Oh my God.
You can see everything, dude.
And so
it's like an Apple Watch but on your finger.
What's the platform like? Is it an app?
It's an app, yeah. You pay $6 a month.
And that's it? Mm-hmm. This feels like a commercial.
But the ring's expensive.
How much is the ring? $399?
$400, yeah.
I figured $399.
But I'm telling you, I lost it for a day yesterday because I had it in my laundry somewhere and I freaked out. Like, oh my God, I miss it. I'm so obsessed with it.
It's waterproof?
Yeah, you can wear this. I do it in the cold plunge sauna, the shower, everything, dude. It's sick. If you want to get OCD and crazy about your fucking heart rates and your sleep and your stress
I'm really
levels,
curious about all that.
It's so good. It's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, just to know what your body, how your body reacts.
I think Dustin should buy you one.
Dustin, I want one for Christmas.
You give your movie so much love. No, he's really on that life, dude.
Wow, that's a nice gift.
But it's really like my heart rate and fucking how fast you fall asleep at night, how long it takes you to sleep.
How does it show that?
It says it. Your latency, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
And your deep sleep, your REM cycle.
Your REM sleep and your deep sleep.
Dude.
And how long you're in there. And does it show all the cycle?
All that shit. It shows
me.
Are you
crushing sleep?
Well, I'm chilling on my caffeine now. I'm paying attention to how my caffeine intake is.
I've stopped the caffeine.
Really?
Yeah, because
completely.
I did blood work and it has affected my adrenal glands.
Oh, so you've done blood work since I seen you?
Yes, I have.
Let's talk about. I did blood work too.
You did?
You did, yeah.
We're in the same.
I'm not going to brag about mine because I'm way older.
Go brag about yours.
This is the first time in my entire life being a vegan that all my vitamins were perfect because I'm not even lying, I've been on Athletic Greens for 2 years straight. I had no deficiency in any of my fucking vitamins.
What?
And my cholesterol was perfect. I'm 54 years old. She said I was like a fucking 30-year-old. All my shit was perfect.
That's amazing. It's
crazy.
impressive that you didn't have any vitamin deficiency.
Especially because I don't eat shit. I barely eat food. I'm anorexic, my wife calls me.
Right, but that's impressive.
I eat grass all day. How's your blood?
My blood was good. There's some areas that are questionable. She's wondering if I have a gene that affects my B12 intake because I have...
Low B12.
I have low B12 and I've had low energy.
Oh, I got to tell you something. Keep going.
Okay. And then also... She had my estrogen levels way high.
Is that good?
Well, it's good to have estrogen. You need estrogen, obviously.
I have that too.
Yeah, you have.
My testosterone was off the chain.
Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Now, all those kind of work in tandem together. So if something's raised, something else should also be raised.
Okay.
So my testosterone should be a little bit higher. So we got to work on that. But that's manageable. The other thing, my vitamin D was low. My vitamin D is always low.
Okay, here's the deal. Vitamin D is always low. My wife recently had a skin thing on her neck, and we found it was skin cancer. And shout out to Huberman. He connected me on a Sunday afternoon with the highest level dermatologist in all of Los Angeles, who I just had a FaceTime call with earlier today, because now we became friends. He had my wife in there so quick because insurance sucks, and I paid cash. And my wife said her vitamin D was low, and he said that there's been studies of surf teams in Nicaragua, I fucking said the word, that all have low vitamin D and they surf every day. There's something weird with the vitamin D status and what it means and how much they're pushing that on people to buy more vitamin D and how much we really need in our bodies. There's a whole kind of thing about it.
So there was surfers that are out in the sun every day with low vitamin D.
Because my wife had the lowest iron, when now they're saying she's anemic, so my wife has to get an iron transfusion. So for the past 3 weeks, my wife is drinking this almost it's like blood. It's like all my friends try this liquid iron bullshit.
It tastes like blood. It's metallic.
So she's getting all of her iron levels up right now, and then we're going to get her a transfusion because her mom had to have the same thing. And her D and her iron was really low. It's crazy. It's scary.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of it has to do, I think, with our food not being nutritious enough, coming from soil that's not nutritious.
100%, dude.
And it's like we need another break.
I know. But
we need another break.
Good. Kale's good. I'm on my greens every fucking day.
Is that athletic greens there?
No, this is a green juice.
You do athletic greens and a green juice?
Today I didn't do my greens. I'm doing this. This is cucumber, celery, cilantro, spirulina, and lemon. But
here's a question. I love Green Table. That's right. That's a good spot. I love Green Table.
How the fuck you know about Green Table?
That's an Italian cafe. That's an organic, vegan Italian cafe.
How do you know this? I go every day. I'm the mayor there.
I'm going to be closer to you, by the way. I'm moving.
Let's go, dude. I'm
going to be in the hood, kind of.
How do you know Green Table?
I know. Don't you worry about it.
Dude, I go every
it's
fucking
Italians.
day. It's my boy Led. The owner's from Italy.
Yeah, they're all Italians.
How do you know this shit?
I know.
Dude, that's crazy. I go every day. I have my bobblehead in there. I'm like the mayor of the fucking...
They have your bobblehead in there?
Because I'm the mayor of Green Table, dude. There's a new one, too, in Fairfax. Across from the Grove.
Fuck that one. No, I'm doing this one right here.
Okay, so back to your health. The blood thing's reality. That's fact.
You got it. You have to get your blood figured out. And ever since I started taking Pt.2, I have energy now. My brain is sharper. Ever since I stopped coffee, I don't have fog or the afternoon slump anymore. I have more energy because,
it's true.
Coffee doesn't give you energy. It blocks adenosine.
Okay.
Desensitizes. Do you know what I'm saying?
I believe you.
Text Andrew Huberman. He'll know the word.
Tell me right now.
So it blocks the...
But he drinks yerba mate, which he told me is okay for me. Yerba mate tea.
Oh, because it's not herbal, it's caffeinated, but
it is.
Maybe because caffeine's caffeine, but
I know.
We'll trust him.
He's the god.
Yeah.
But I do drink this yerba mate. It's like 140 milligrams of caffeine. I have to chill. I go crazy.
That's as much as a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you quit coffee how long ago?
It's been a couple weeks. I have to do it for 7 weeks.
Why do you have to do it? If you do it for your chest?
Just to see, because coffee messes with your adrenal glands.
Damn.
With some people, and it can,
Do you miss coffee?
Do I miss coffee?
You're surviving though.
Are you kidding me?
You look great. You're surviving.
I want an affogato right now.
How many coffees a day were you having?
Oh, just one in the morning.
Yeah.
Just one. That's my thing.
That's kind of weird.
I'll have one glass of wine. I won't have one piece of toast. I'll have like fucking 4 slices. If there's bread around me.
You love bread.
I'm going to put some water on it. I'm going to squeeze it out. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to get it fresh again. TikTok shit.
You like gluten-free bread? It's kind of trash.
Gluten-free bread, you fucking animals. The deceit. The deceit, the scam.
There's really nothing good for bread. There's nothing good in bread, though.
Look, my cousin, Donnie, is all gluten-free. I saw the ingredients in her gluten-free bread. I'm like, girl, there's a couple that sound like strippers from a different galaxy. What are these words?
Yeah, it is weird, yeah.
Do you think that word is good for your body? Mm-hmm. And not yeast?
Yeah.
Now I know.
Tapioca paste? I don't know. Whatever the fuck. So you love bread.
Love bread.
Is bread good for us, though? It's a question.
Yeah.
It's just carbs, right?
Christ ate it.
I hear you. It's true.
Christ ate it.
He did.
Okay?
But there's really nothing healthy in there.
Wine?
He ate wine. He ate wine and drank the bread.
Look, after a while, you're going to eat wine and drink bread too.
Yeah.
This mofo loved wine so much, he took a cup of water and said, fuck this. We're going to scoop this and we're going to put some, I don't know, he put like orbs in it and turned it into wine.
Yeah, that's true.
That's science.
Yeah.
That's
so your bread
religious
bread
science.
wine every day for you? Not every day, though.
I started the day with a waffle and toast.
Sick.
So bad for your brain. It spikes your glucose. But today I went ham. Usually I wake up and I have good solid fats. That's the other thing. She said my fats were so healthy. She said
What's a solid fat? Avocado?
Yeah,
Eggs?
like avocado, coconut oil, ghee, peanut butter, depending on the peanut butter.
You doing eggs too?
Eggs. So you got to get those healthy fats in the morning because that's what just is so good for your brain, so good for your body, so good for your heart.
Yeah.
She said my heart and my glucose and my sugar levels were like clutch.
You know, I quit sugar December 20th. I haven't had any sweets since December. No added sugars, nothing. I'm so OCD on it right now. I feel great.
It's so wild how sugar
It's in
so
everything.
good, but it's in everything.
We're all addicted to it.
We are. It's like
fucked up.
it's like legal meth.
So you're not sober. You just wine here and there.
I like a little wine here and there. I like a microdose on psilocybin a couple times a week.
Okay.
I got sick in the summer. I
remember.
Yeah, I was like down for like almost 2 months with symptoms.
Gnarly.
It took me 2 months to become healthy.
What was that, man? It's some weird shit.
It was wild. That took me down so hard. And through that, I stopped. I couldn't smoke any weed, couldn't drink caffeine, couldn't do all these things. And my body purged and it like changed itself.
Wow.
So after that, now I'm figuring out how to balance everything else out because I think just having coffee before has disrupted the balance of my body. The doctor I was talking to, she's a physician's assistant, but she's amazing. She's got this vitality company. Okay. It's called Novus. And she was saying, and I never thought about it like this, she said, to maintain balance in your body, it takes such precision. Like it's such a incremental level of things that you need to do.
Yeah.
And something so little can set it off.
It's true.
So there's really a delicate balance within your system.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of discipline, like not having sugar, since
it's crazy, man.
I mean, what do you gnawing on your forearm? Like,
I'm
what
having
are you
like frozen
eating?
blueberries at night. Like get fresh ones and freeze them. They're such good snacks, antioxidants. It's really great. I have fruit, I have apples and shit like that once in a while.
Yeah, because sugar's sugar. Your body doesn't know the difference.
It's not the added sugars and all that fucking...
Added sugars are horrific.
They're in everything. They're my kombucha I love, fucking dried mangoes from Trader Joe's. I don't eat anymore. There's tons of sugar
They
in
put
it.
sugar in that?
Yeah, it's like 38 grams or some shit.
I thought they didn't put added sugar, but it is just...
I don't know, man.
I mean, then again, are we going to believe what they wrote?
You can't believe anything anymore.
Yeah, who wrote this? Some kid in a factory? We're going to listen to him?
So you're working out every day?
5 days a week.
What's like a daily ritual for you?
I meditate first thing in the morning before I get out of bed every morning.
What kind of meditation?
I'll do guided or music. I like the, those megahertz. There's a certain level of sound that helps your brain tap into that meditative state.
You're in tune with your body.
I've become very in tune with my body.
Awesome.
And I'm when you eliminate things from your life, people, drugs, foods, your body you have a more direct understanding and ability to hear your body. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people are so numb in their life. They don't even realize that they're numb, but they really have all these dark energy and dark energetic habits.
True.
And low vibrating habits that are great and fun. And I partake in from time to time. But if you really want to have a comprehensive understanding and language with yourself and your one vessel that you get, you have to take away a lot.
It's true. And
it sucks and it's not fun.
Yeah. You think you can go back to coffee?
I don't think I'm going to.
Wow. Maybe tea?
Matcha.
Yeah, matcha's sick. There's caffeine in there too. I love matcha.
Matcha's good.
Supposedly it's good for us. I don't know.
Yeah, it has a certain level of antioxidant that isn't in anything else.
Yeah.
With the leaves, it has some sort of molecule that
better than coffee
is different.
For sure.
Yes, a lot better. I love matcha.
Matcha.
It's so Venice. I'm gonna have a matcha latte with macadamia nut milk. Shoot me in the face. I want to whisper that the next time I order. Can I have a macadamia nut?
You should whisper it. Do you fuck with therapy?
I do.
Therapist, whatever. Yeah.
Forms of therapy. I think
psychologist, whatever. Therapist.
I have a psychiatrist, Dr. Amen. I work with a lot. He's been very generous to me. Somebody else in this industry who's just been amazing. I do hyperbaric chambers.
I need to try that. My friend has one. He's bought one. I got to go try it at his house.
You should get connected with Dr. Amen. He's amazing.
I got my. I went to my. Oh my god! I got my.
Did you get your brain scanned?
No, I went to the chiropractor you sent me to. Fuck, I went to go to the...
Oh, how was it?
He cracked my neck. It was fucking scary. He gave me my back. I haven't been back yet, but it was really nice. He did x-ray of my neck and everything.
He did.
You've been back to him a couple times?
I only go I've only gone a couple times, but he's fixed me. I had sciatic and it was gone.
The thing about it is when you go...
Look at this kid.
Okay, come on,
he tucked his shorts up and
he's trying to show off.
Your son just came in
Max,
here.
Max, you're harassing my guest, dude.
Sweatier than before with his shorts tucked. Grabbed some from the fridge and walked out. Look, and here he comes back through. Look at
Max, get out of here. Max, get the fuck out of here.
He's got your...
Max, get out of here, dude. Max, get the fuck out of the room, dude, you piece of psycho.
He has your name on his back.
I got my neck tweaked. You go into that spot. It's all open. There's people in like the massage chairs. It doesn't feel personal. It's like you're next in line and then come on up here. Boom, 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 boom. And then you're out of there.
Yeah, it's quick.
It just feels really like, not that I'm supposed to feel loved or feel like I'm getting certain attention. Just it's so quick. Like I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a specific thing.
And then he x-rayed my neck. He goes, okay, you got Toby's x-ray, yelling across the room. Yeah, looks like he has this. And like yelling my results across the room. It was great. Thank you to the doctor. But it didn't feel...
Alex!
He's like, we don't believe in the... Alex was great, dude.
He's modern.
And then he's like, we're going to do some content. I'm like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, he's filming everything. He's put microphones on me. And then it's online and people are like, what the fuck? And then people make their comments about how they think it's dangerous. And I start Googling how dangerous it is to get your neck cracked like that. And what it can cause.
In the ocean's danger. Walking in the streets, danger.
I know.
Semen's dangerous now. So what are we talking about? Don't listen to the negative now. It's dangerous.
No, I know.
You stay at home with your creaky back and blame that for the reason why you're not moving around.
It did feel good though.
It
was crazy.
Did you go for a specific reason?
Yeah, because the fucking finger things.
Oh, that must have helped.
This was the best day. I got all my shit cracked, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. And then I walked out. I got results from the doctor that all my blood was worked. That was an
that's a great day.
Fucking day, dude.
That's a good day.
But the cracking shit, I wasn't even ready for that. And then he stretches you and puts the thing on your fucking neck.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it.
I need to go back though.
I love it. We should go at the same time.
Let's go together. But
yeah,
also,
we should go together.
Back to therapy. You do therapy. You've been doing that for years.
Forms of therapy, all different types of therapy. I have therapeutic approaches to my life. You know, the meditating, vitamins. I consider a form of therapy. Working vitamins. But traditional speaking to someone therapy, I find that in my life with people in my life.
That's nice.
And
you have a good crew of friends.
Yeah, I got my homies.
Tight crew.
OGs. You know,
a big group of friends with tight.
Small.
Me too. I feel like my shit's getting smaller. I was getting older.
Yeah, it's great because, you know, time is the only currency. We don't know how much of it we have left. And you have to be very wise with who you spend that with.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that saying, you become most like the 5 people you hang out with the most.
It's pretty true though.
I forgot who said that, but it's like a popular saying.
Damn.
Yeah. And so you have to really be mindful of who those 5 people are. For me, 3 of them are dogs.
Okay.
So it explains my barking and peeing in the yard. I just took a shit in your front yard.
Oh my God, thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome. I picked it up. I have my own doggy bags.
But but therapy, yeah. I mean, I started that last year for the first time ever. I just went a couple of times, but I never went back. I don't know why, but I was the first person to do it in my family. I don't know.
You're already breaking the generational curse.
Nobody ever done that shit in my family, dude.
Of course not.
But I think it's cool we can talk about it and people, it's cool to say going to therapy. It's okay to express your feelings, not keep things inside.
Yeah, you know, feelings are just these like fleeting things. And unless you have all these other practices implemented in your life, they can wreak havoc on your life, your feelings, and not understanding where they come from.
Yeah.
So many people are out here completely, you talked about desensitized.
Yeah.
People are desensitized to themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
And you don't even know why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Your greatest relationship and the only relationship that you can really have control over and foster is the one with yourself. So why not take some time to figure out why you are the way you are? Why do you always react this way? Why do you always attract this type of person? And why does this always trigger you? And
yeah. It's affecting your partner or whoever you're with too, how you treat people.
But it is important to have an unbiased opinion because people will placate to you. So I do believe in therapy. I don't want to like say I'm not against traditional therapy. I do believe in it. Yeah.
What was your last real job you had? Like you clocked in, had a boss?
Probably H&M.
Damn.
And I was always in trouble.
What year would that be?
We're talking 99 to 2004.
It's the last real. That's pretty sick.
That is kind of crazy. It's 20 years.
Doing the things you love for like 20 years. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That's amazing.
Good for you, yeah.
Never even thought about it like that. Thank you for putting that into perspective.
It's really cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years without a boss.
You're your own, but you're boss.
I am the boss. So fuck.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Just a couple regrets.
You have any no regrets?
I always say I don't. I believe in regrets. People like to say no regrets.
They do.
You can have regrets.
can.
Why are we so afraid of regrets? What I'm hearing is you don't want to be wrong. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it has to do with the types of people I let stay in my life longer than they deserve to be in my life. But then again, there are lessons and invaluable lessons and gifts that I got from those situations.
Yeah.
And it just brought me to a closer understanding of myself.
Yeah.
Because I believe in those situations when you're in toxic relationships, you have an opportunity to experience sort of exposing yourself to yourself. Mm-hmm. People like that reveal you to you.
Yeah.
If you are open to it. So yes, I have people I regret having in my life, but I don't regret understanding who I was on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I've had to get a restraining order and I've been in.
Do you hope it's romantic?
Maybe to a certain degree.
Like you believe in love? You want to get married someday? And
yeah, I do believe in it, but not so hopeless as much as
like
I'm
a rom-com or like some fantasy movie shit, but just like having a good partner and somebody.
Yeah. Now
trust.
I've gotten rid of the hopeless part. And now I'm just a romantic.
Okay.
And I know like I want a certain level of romance and believe in that and believing in maintaining that and taking the effort to maintain that, the mystery and the effort and consideration and all of that.
And also they deserve to be treated with respect and love. Yeah.
And I know because I'm able to give it, so I know how I want to receive it now.
Yeah, you love hard.
I love hard. If I love you, so that's why I learned about myself, I need to be poured into equally because I pour.
Yeah.
And so
you're a giver.
I give, and I'm not bragging. You are. You're like your heart's open.
Yeah.
So I mean, as much as I know you, I haven't known you that long, but you are I can tell that you're heart forward, and when you're heart forward, that can be tricky. So you just have to be mindful of that. So now I know that I need someone to pour. I need to be poured into.
Yeah. Do you have trust issues and stuff or no with people?
I'm not anti-trust, but I do know people can. I've learned that people can come across as a certain way.
Yeah.
And people are really good, especially in this town. It's a town of actors.
True.
A lot of deceitful motherfuckers out there.
True.
So I am optimistically cautious and optimistically observant. Mm-hmm. I'll be hopeful that you'll be a certain way, but I will also take like an FBI approach.
Yeah. You don't see the good in everybody.
I know.
That was a weakness I had for a long time. I saw the good in everybody.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Let people in too quick.
Yep.
They fucking
right.
meet your friends, fucking social climb, bye-bye. Like run through.
Yep.
Like, I've always been like letting people in too quick maybe in my life. And you know what I'm saying?
That can bite you in the ass, yes.
Kindness for weakness type shit, like, I don't know.
I know there's kindness in most people, but I need you to show it to me consistently. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
What's a misconception about you think, to the world or the public? Are there any?
I don't know. I used to think that it was that I wasn't deep, but I've become deep through loss.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a tough question.
What do you mean deep? Like you don't let the public know all your fucking personal business?
That's true.
And your feelings and what you're going through?
Yeah. I think like...
I mean, talk about your dad and Alzheimer's and all that stuff when you're...
I think maybe another misconception is that I'm very outgoing.
Yeah, you're chill. You're like a homebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that might be the biggest one.
I think
I like to be home.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about comedians, I think. Because not saying you come from a dark past or dark life, but there's a lot. Robin Williams has seen these people have these crazy stories that they make everybody laugh and they're giving so much, but then they're dealing with fucking a lot of trauma. There's a lot in comedy.
There's a lot in comedy.
And then some people have, awesome lives and great families and they just love comedy and they want to fucking get into it.
Yeah.
It's nothing to have been fucking something bad happened to them,
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, and assuming that I like to be out, I don't want to be out.
Yeah.
I want to be barefoot with a block of cheese and bread.
That's your life?
And my dogs.
And a nice partner.
Yeah, and a really nice, consistent partner.
Yeah,
like
consistency.
Consistency. And I want I really like to collaborate. I have a collaborative spirit. and I like feeding off of someone.
I like to be inspired.
Yeah, I like to be inspired. I like someone to like
Whoever your partner is, they're going to be doing
build
some
together.
dope shit too.
Yeah, like let's do some dope shit together. Let's like be partners in some
It
stuff.
can't be intimidating. I'm sure you might be intimidating too, maybe for guys.
I think so.
Because you're strong and you have your own career and you're a strong woman and fucking, I don't know, you're a badass and probably they might get intimidated.
Yes. I think that's
because
happened.
what you do in the world and you're traveling.
Right. It's definitely, I didn't think that was a thing, and then I think you're right.
For sure.
But that just tells me
you got
that
your shit together.
it takes a strong
your career
man.
together, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a good place, so mentally, everything right now?
I do. It's really weird. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I feel like something happened in the past few months where I have like really stepped into my womanhood. And I'm not talking about like, the experience that a transgender has.
No.
I'm talking about my womanhood.
Womanhood.
Yeah. I'm not talking about like once it might be like that though, where I'm like, oh, I'm experiencing what it is to be a woman for the first time.
No, but you're fucking, you're comfortable in your skin. Mm-hmm. You're fucking.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. That's nice.
I'm not looking at my flaws as much anymore.
It took a while to get there?
Yeah.
Were you insecure? Did you care what people think about you or how you present yourself on the internet?
A little bit.
Like using like filters and just trying to look a certain way. Like, do you feel like you have to do that because of what you do? Do you feel insecure about how you look? I don't know.
I never really used filters, but like I was always kind of an insecure kid. And I think that was just carried on from my parents. I think that was just, they talk about like people sort of projecting their stuff onto you. So I think I got all that from my parents. But yeah, I definitely had some insecurities in the beginning of my career.
No. Goes away kind of.
Yeah. And lately, like...
That's where you can really be yourself.
Yes. And that's happening. Like last night I did this fundraiser for the fires with Ben Glebe and Brad Williams. And I wore a sweatpants suit.
Hard.
I wore a highly flammable sweatpants suit from Shein.
Yeah. But who cares?
Who cares? I'm in 100% Chinese cotton right now.
But before you would have thought about it?
Yeah.
And getting caught up in the whole... Yeah. You ever get caught up in the whole Hollywood thing?
Not really.
Not Hollywood because you're an East Coaster, but...
Like, yeah, I know what you mean, like the image of it all.
Yeah.
There's a certain... As an artist, you got to have some authenticity, but that you're not cognizant of it. That should just come from you naturally, I think. Yeah. So now I'm beyond any sort of insecurity or being too caught up in it. I just want to make people laugh. I want to make someone's day better and brighter, and I want to maintain my dignity and energy through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, fuck, man. When you back in my pod, I'm so happy you came back. It's been months.
It's been months. I was like, we're going to make this happen.
What about music? You're a big hip-hop fan?
I love hip-hop.
Is that your main music you love?
It depends on the mood. There's so many different genres. Like, I like all of it. I like, like Alabama Shakes.
They're cool, yeah.
I'm friends tight with Fantagram. I think they're...
I know that name, yeah.
Amazing band. They're so great live. I also like classics like Led Zeppelin, and I'll even throw on some Pink Floyd, and I might want some Beach Boys.
Wow.
I might want some Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's sick.
Fleetwood Mac, James Taylor.
Yeah.
Maybe a Frank Sinatra moment.
Do you watch the Yacht Rock doc?
No, but I fucking need to.
It's incredible, man.
Yacht Rock doc?
Oh my God. Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins. He's on every fucking song. Christopher Cross. These dudes are like in their 70s. They got like
killing
hair
it.
Still. They look so fucking good.
Killing
dude.
it. Michael McDonald has a full head of hair.
His voice is on everything. He was writing for Michael Jackson too.
He was. He's so talented.
He's so good. You listen to new hip hop? Like you fucking with Kendrick? You follow the Kendrick Drake shit? You follow any of that stuff? You care about that stuff?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed because
that's
I love
right.
Kendrick.
He called Kendrick. Kendrick made a joke about Drake being a pedophile at the Super Bowl.
Yes, but that's all you know?
Yeah, what, is there more?
Please, you're serious?
Yeah, is there so much more?
It's a song. It's all leading up to this crazy thing for a whole year.
So what happened?
I love that you're not you don't on the loop on this.
I know they've been fighting. I just don't know why.
It just started way back on different songs and subliminals and diss tracks, and it just led up to this moment. Drake pushed for this moment. He's like, come on, that's all you got? He kept pushing, and he woke the sleeping fucking bear up, and that destroyed his whole life. Is
Drake messed up now?
I mean, he's in Australia on tour. He came on stage with this shirt with bullet holes in it with smoke coming out. Like he came on stage like, I'm not dead yet, but it's like smoke
Like he
coming out
got
of his
shot
throat.
from Drake or from Kendrick.
A bunch of bullet holes, yeah.
And then he did like that fake, like the shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote on that and I said, Drake is about as hard as a block of brie.
He's
He's a Disney kid. He's like a half Jewish nerd.
I know.
Isn't he?
You know the subliminals from Kendrick, the whole performance, everything, the A minor necklace.
Oh, what's that? I didn't know all this. I didn't know there was like terminology.
A minor. You know the song Not Like Us?
Oh, yeah.
So he's wearing an A minor.
Yeah, I know when he goes A minor.
It also stands for Aubrey, which is Drake's real name.
He's calling him minor.
Serena Williams is crip walking. That's Drake's ex-girlfriend. She's on the
I knew that part.
And it's like they're dancing on a Game Boy kind of thing. It's almost like what's that crazy TV show? Its second season came out.
Squid Games?
Yep, yeah, it's like a Squid Games kind of throwback but it's also on a Sony PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
Sony's the company that Drake was trying to sue.
So there's all
the jeans
imagery in
is
there.
called a Canadian.
Oh my God, that's why he wore the Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, man.
Because Drake's Canadian?
Yeah, man. There's the most you could do a deep dive on this for fucking
on all
days.
the symbolism.
I'm so caught up. I've been obsessed because I love Kendrick. I was at the big pop-out show last summer that was like the historic show. He played that song 8 times in a row. I followed the beef. You can go
what
online.
song he played 8 times in a row?
Not Like Us, man.
Why?
Just wanted to. It was live and fucking.
He played it live 8 times in a row?
Yeah, I was there. It was crazy, dude. Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic beat.
It's an incredible song.
It's a really great.
And
you can't not dance to it.
You know, Drake tried to sue him for defamation of character, and it's actually a rap battle. He can't do that. This is you
What
said.
a bitch.
You said he beat his wife. You said all these things about
Kendrick.
Yeah, he said all these mean things already too.
And then Drake tried to sue him?
No, tried to sue the label, UMG.
Drake's.
I can't even know this, dude.
I
And then
know.
it got to the fucking Super Bowl where he had fucking Samuel Jackson playing Uncle Sam with the American flag split in half to division. There's all these crazy things.
So what does that symbolize? And why Samuel?
The world's divided. Everything. Uncle Sam.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
a white man.
I thought it was against Drake.
Trump's at the fucking thing.
Yep.
He walked out during his performance.
He did?
Yeah.
God.
And like the dead
He
bodies.
probably had to change his diaper.
But dude, it's the craziest shit that happened on that platform, and it wasn't. He didn't play any of his hits. He played the newest songs. He doesn't live in the past. He talks about how he lives in the future. He doesn't care about the past.
Yep.
You should watch him and Timothy Chalamet have a YouTube thing. They're driving in a car, having an interview. It's incredible. I'm obsessed, dude.
Is Kendrick intelligent?
So intelligent.
He seems like
So intelligent. One of the best lyricists, poets, songwriters, rappers. He got like that big award. The first hip hop artist ever get this award. I forgot what it was. Gives back to the community.
he does.
Yeah, he's not on social media. He's got a beautiful fucking family. He's just, this dude poked and poked until he said, all right.
He's like, you want it, so I'm going to give it to you.
Destroyed it. I mean, this guy has a career. He's going to have to sell records. He's a big artist, but there's like a stain, like tarnish. What's that word? He's kind of like something on for the rest of his life. He's kind of fucked on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's tarnished.
Yes.
But this guy's Kendrick's doing stadium tours this year, 2 nights in a row. He's playing 2 nights in Toronto at a stadium that Drake's never even fucking headlined at. All this shit's so ill, dude.
Is Drake from Toronto?
Yes. You're so amazing that you're so in the loop, and I'm surprised you know any of this stuff.
I don't.
Because I thought you were a big hip hop head.
I love it, but I don't. I'm not caught up on the drama.
No.
But
I love that you're not. I'm just
I'll just get it from you.
I'm just a crazy hip hop person. So like I've been following them forever. I love J. Cole. He was in the beef.
I love J. Cole.
He tapped out of the beef because they're friends. He got involved in a second. He tapped out. He erased his song off the internet. It's all this crazy
Ooh, that's
shit.
really dramatic.
Yeah, because he's friends with both them.
Oh, so you didn't want to be in the middle?
But he got in the mix and took Drake's side for a second, wrote a song, took a teeny shot, and then he backed off, dude, and erased all of his shit.
Damn.
He's been quiet forever. He started a blog. He brought blogs back. He's doing writing in blogs now.
He's blogging?
He's blogging about the experience of it because he's not really making music now. The whole shit is crazy.
Wow,
dude.
this is intense.
But the fucking Serena Williams shit's the most gangsterish shit.
Yeah, this is X. I like that.
Because she crip walked during one of her tournaments where she won and she got in trouble for crip walking on the tennis court. So she brought it back and did it on the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, so there's a lot of symbolism going on here because tennis is very white.
Dude.
So if she had done like a Cotton Eye Joe dance, they would have been fine. But because it was associated with, they're taking it too literal.
Yeah.
Because it's a crip walk.
The revolution would never not be televised. All the shit he said, everything, you can go and fucking nerd out, dude.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You don't know that. I love that you don't know that shit. You thought he just dissed him on the Super Bowl? He wasn't allowed to say that word. He didn't say the word. He did the mic like that.
What word?
He couldn't say pedophile on the TV. He didn't do it. He took the mic away and the whole crowd like, whatever.
He said, Drake, I know you like him young.
And when he came out for the awards at the Grammys, they played the song and the whole entire crowd, every single celebrity, every actor, all singing A minor, the whole fucking audience, dude. You can watch it, dude.
Oh, so he's like...
It's crazy, man.
That's wild.
It's the craziest rap beef. I've seen every rap beef in my whole life on this planet. And that's the craziest one, you know?
That is crazy.
But I'm glad you don't give a shit about that.
I don't care.
What's your favorite rapper?
I love Tupac. He's dead.
I know he's dead.
But
I met him once. It was sick.
I really do love Doja Cat.
Incredible.
And Doechii.
Doechii. Oh my God.
Doechii's great.
Yo, she got a Grammy.
She's
Her shit's
nerdy.
amazing. She's from Florida.
She's a lyricist. She's a poet.
Incredible.
And she's like theatrical.
You watch on the Tiny Concert. What's that shit called?
The Tiny Desk.
Amazing.
NPR.
But she got an award. She's signed to Kendrick now. She's signed to TDE. She's fucking amazing, dude. She's from repping Florida.
Yeah, she seems cool. She's very like... I like that she's kind of nerdy too.
Her whole album is incredible. You have the album?
Yeah, and SZA, even though she's not a rapper.
She was on the thing. She's on the tour with
I
Kendrick.
love SZA.
Can I take you to Kendrick this summer? Yeah! Okay. We'll go to Kendrick.
I'm going to be like, dun, dun, dun.
You need to get more songs in there. You know his other songs. I'm
That's
sure
the only
you
one
do.
I know. I know Kendrick. I know a little bit.
Be humble. Sit down.
Yeah,
be humble.
that's a great song. I'm going to listen to him on the way back. I only have a couple minutes too, but
I know. This sucks.
I know.
Because every time I hang, let me come on your pod next.
You have to. I would love to have you.
I'll do a part 3. I just feel like every time we hang, it's just like I don't even get to my shit.
I know.
Because we
Let's
talk
do a
about
part 3
life.
on my pod.
I'm down. What do you do yours at?
I have 2 different places. The studio from my platform, my podcast platform, and then sometimes I'll rent this other place out, Melrose Podcasts, which is really, really
That's
great.
not far, right?
Nope.
That's what we should do. Okay, let's do a part 3.
And we're
going to drop these at the same time.
Okay.
But at least there'll be one that I did exclusive with you. That'd be fucking cool.
Exclusive, yeah.
Exclusively. Because I love talking to you. I love hanging out with you. You have great energy.
You too.
I feel like we could talk about everything all day.
Yeah. How do you want to end it?
Let's see. No regrets. Let's see how much
No regrets.
What are you working? What's next for you? What's coming up?
I'm going to Poland for a USO tour
That's sick.
next week, so that's going to be exciting. I've been
performing out there for that?
Yeah, for the troops.
Oh, yeah, you told me that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I've been working on rebranding my podcast.
Okay.
I told you about that.
Yeah.
Dying Laughing with Jessimae. That's going to be premiered soon.
Premiered soon?
Yep. And then I finished my horror movie. And
when's that coming out?
we're like pre-production. So now we're just working on all of that. But I've just been writing and trying to...
What about a special?
That soon.
Is that like a bucket list for all comedians to do it? Does it have to be Netflix? Can it be anywhere else?
I think you could self-produce it. You just put it out.
Yeah, my friend Chappelle Lacey dropped his first one today on Don't Tell Comedy.
Chappelle Lacey?
Yeah, on Don't Tell Comedy today, which is a good platform.
Yes.
It's really good for
it
comedians.
is.
YouTube also
Maybe I'll
crushes.
do Don't Tell. That's a good option.
Don't Tell is crushing it, man. It's really crushing it.
I have on my fridge at home, it says, finish the book, sell the script,
The book's
shoot
about your
the
life?
special about my dad and
That's
others.
gonna be so therapeutic, dude.
Yeah.
Writing that.
Yeah.
That's
I've been working on it
beautiful.
for a few years.
For a few years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just have like these reminders of like the 4 things I want to do. And
You do
that's
them.
what I'm working on. Yeah.
You're pretty focused.
Yeah, you just do like little incremental things every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your shit together.
I think so.
You're a very responsible human.
Yeah, I'm realizing that as
You're
a
adulting.
I'm adulting so hard.
Even though we get to do what we love, we're kind of like big kids. You get to say crazy shit on stage.
Yeah, I have a really fun life. Like I get to make money off of my thoughts, and my thoughts bring joy to people.
It's fucking pretty cool.
That's like it's an honor,
yeah.
you know. And I'm also able to see my family as much as I want through that process, and I get to travel the world and
be your own boss.
be my own boss, man.
But it's cool. H&M is a good job. That's good to know out there for people.
I don't miss
Is H&M
running
still
clothes
around,
back.
though? H&M still around?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Madison Moritz means hers and his in Swedish.
Did not know that.
Or Norwegian, one of those. Also bringing back the Norwegian plastics in the semen. Be careful out there. Anybody who's spending time in a fjord.
You might actually get plastics in Siemens if you're Norwegian. You know that?
Yeah, there's microplastics. Probably in your son's semen too.
In semen. Okay, stop.
This is my fault. I brought us there and I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I was trying to keep it clinical.
Oh my God, Max, why are you in here, man? You ruined our podcast. Let me double check everything on here. Okay. Okay, no, you did not make it better, man.
Keep your notes for next time.
No, I'm not. We got on my notes. I'm gonna come on your podcast next. We'll do a part 3. Can we really do that? Is that
I
gonna
would
happen?
love it. Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can drop this the same. Are you
Yeah.
still doing the charity stuff too? The Rogan's Foundation.
I do.
Is that all-
Yeah, with Seth Rogen's. Yep, Hilarity for Charity.
That's amazing.
And Alzheimer's Association.
Yep.
A portion of sales, my ticket sales and merch sales, go to that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a way to keep my dad's legacy alive.
It's proud of you.
He's proud of me.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you. And
thank you.
Can't wait to hang with you again.
Love ya.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details of anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use Toby.2 and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art Pico-Way laser technology. Cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you're listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is an over 2-hour conversation. People submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH2O and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.